Buckle up, because it's going to be fun. We're going to get out there. We're going to go, like I said, recruit the best of the best. And you should here at the University of Oregon. We don't have to settle for anything.
For anyone who thought that Mark Helfrich never became his own head coach after Chip Kelly left, don't worry. That is not going to happen with Willie Taggart. Taggart might have been a little nervous at first at his press conference today, reading from his notes, but once he opened up and started talking off the cuff, it was clear that Willie Taggart is a high-energy, personable guy whose two main goals are getting his student athletes to graduate and win games. Now, some housekeeping items before we move forward here. Taggart talked with players today and said it went well. He says he's excited by their energy and openness for something new. Now, he does not know what he wants his staff to look like right now. He's going to talk with current Oregon assistants and then work on compiling a group of, quote, mentors for players after he's done recruiting these next few days. I think Taggart's Twitter bio sums him up pretty well. Quote, the dream is free, but the hustle is sold separately. And he says it's a motto he's going to impart on this program.
You can dream big, and you should. But it's not just whatever it is you dream about, it's not just going to happen by dreaming. You got to get out and work, you know. And I always tell our guys, when wish and won't, work will. So at the end of the day, you got to grind. You got to grind, you got to work in order for whatever it is you want to happen. If you want it to happen, you got to go back to what I say, you got to go out and do something to make it happen.
As for what fans can expect on the field, Taggart says he's going to run an up-tempo spread offense here at Oregon.
I can give him only one bit of advice, which probably everybody in the state of Oregon can give him, is go find a great defensive coordinator.
That was University of Oregon President Michael Schill, who welcomed Taggart today and then took some shots at Oregon's defense for the last few years. As I mentioned before, Taggart is still trying to assemble his staff, and there is a possibility that he will retain some of the current Oregon assistants, but that may not be likely for Brady Hoke after Taggart outlined his simplistic plan to fix the defense.
Getting a really good defensive coordinator first and foremost, okay? The very best one we can get, and trust me, there's a lot of them that want to be here as well. But getting a very good defensive coordinator to come in and help our young men grow, and getting some really good football players over there, and pushing those guys to compete against each other, you know, to go out and accomplish what we all want to get accomplished.
When Oregon Athletic Director Rob Mullens fired Mark Helfrich last week, he knew the immense pressure that would be on him to find the right guy. He thinks he's found the right man for the job in Willie Taggart. Mullens said that after meeting with Taggart, he was convinced that his energy and passion could help usher in a new era of Oregon football.
He's just full of enthusiasm. He connects with players. He's done 2 rebuilds. He's got connections on the West Coast. He can recruit. He can build a culture. He has great relationship with players. Everywhere we turned, all that was very consistent from everyone that we talked to. So, you know, those were the priorities we look for, and the priorities that Willie mentioned here today. You know, you know, the basis is in academics. He's really about changing young people's lives during their time here, and also has a strong belief that he can win football games. We can win football games together.
And you heard in the 6 o'clock as well, he wants to bring the juice here to Oregon. I mean, I think a lot of Oregon fans yesterday, we ran that poll in our newscast about how Oregon fans were feeling about Taggart being hired. Some of them said unsure. A lot of the response I got today were they were happy with his high energy. And now it is easier to win a press conference than it is to win a football game. But he's moving in the right direction. He is hitting the ground running. He said recruiting. 4 recruitings is what's on his mind right now. And then he's going to build his staff, and that really is all going to start falling in place on Monday.
And he was eager for that press conference to end so
he could get back to work. And that is the sign you want from your new head coach.
All right, thanks, Kristen. Great work all week long, by the way.